Hey, what is going on Facebook and YouTube? Thank you so much for tuning in to Let's Face It Live with your coach, Shakima S. Dot to the Perry. How y'all guys doing tonight? Look, my hair's a little different tonight. I got a little puff ball. Look like I got natural hair going on here. I don't know if you like it. I just try to do something different because you know what? I'm being honest, I need a perm. I need a perm badly. So I just kind of wound up putting mousse in my hair and braiding my hair. And then I was like, let me just put it up in a little bun. So that's what I decided to do tonight. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in. So when you guys jump in, please, please, please share this live broadcast. I want other people to be blessed on what we're going to be talking about tonight. I got a great topic on tonight and what we're going to discuss. So please share this when you jump on, okay? I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So just to go over, what is the purpose of the show? Why do I do this show? How come I'm talking? How come I go live, right? So Let's Face It is a show that actually helps you to resolve everyday problems. How do you do that? We talk about it. We discuss it. We face those things. We don't just put it under the rug and never return to it again or never look at it again. We don't do that, right? So Let's Face It is a way to reveal what's really going on, what's really happening, so we can face it and get resolutions, and you can get real-time resolutions just to make sure that you are ready for that next place, that next level, that next job, that next opportunity, that this being better as a person. Some things is not even about, I got to go get this money, got to go get this and everything like that. Some things is just being a better person. That's it. Because as you're a better person, then you can go get that money. As you're a better person, then you can go get what God has for you. But if you're still dealing with internal issues and internal problems and you're mad and you're angry and this and this and that, then it's going to be difficult for you to go to that next level. It's going to be difficult for you to stay in those positions and opportunities that you want to stay in, right? So you got to deal with the internal first. But we're not talking about really that so much today, but I just wanted to tell you why, purpose, reason why Let's Face It is here, and it's here to stay for a while. I don't know how long. Only the Lord knows. But anyway, so I'm going to jump into it. I'm going to jump into it. All right. So let me get into tonight's topic. Let me get this topic up. So it's season 2, episode 46. Wow, right? 46 episodes. Episode 46. The topic is how to determine when it is time to take a break. Okay. So this month I decided, I know I was writing out, every month has a theme, right? So I don't remember each month it was. I think it was January was, no, I didn't have January. I had February. February's with Deliverance Month. March was business month, business entrepreneur month. April was singles month, I think, right? Yeah, April was singles month. May was authors month, which I did it for like 2 weeks. It was really authors week, 2 weeks. And then now June is self-care month. So the topics that we're going to be talking about is self-care. It's so many different things. I was going to say health month. I'm not doing health because health is self-care. So it's so many different avenues that we can touch and talk about when it comes to self-care, right? So that's the reason why I decided to make June self-care month, taking care of yourself. Okay. So tonight we're going to be talking about how to determine when it's time to take a break. So this is self-care. Okay. So let's jump into it. So, what are some of the things that prevent you or us from taking a break? So, what are those things that prevent us, right? So, what ties us up? What is the reason why we don't take a break, right? So, I came up with some things, and what I came up with was married with kids. Married with kids. I was going to put married, but that's not going to be married with kids because you got a husband or you got a wife and you have children. So married with kids will prevent you from taking a break, right? Another one, a high demand job, right? A high demand job. That job you get paid salary. Say example, you get paid $150,000 a year. They're always pulling on you because when you have a salary job, you can work 50, 60 hours and get paid that same salary. So that's a high demand job, right? So a high demand job can prevent you from taking a break, right? Working multiple jobs. Now you working 3, 4, 5, 6 jobs. People make fun of like Jamaicans. Some of Jamaican work a lot of jobs, right? That's like on Living Color, right? But I don't think that's necessarily true. Not for all Jamaicans, but multiple jobs. So you work 3, 4, 5 jobs. Let me say, I'm not gonna say you work that many jobs, but maybe 2 jobs or 3 jobs. So you work in a whole lot of jobs. That can prevent you from taking a break because you got this job. So 2 days a week you work here, 3 days a week you work here, another 1 day you work there. That's a lot of stuff, lot to do. So you just like, how can I take a break? How, right? Multiple jobs. Another one, being a caretaker. So you may be someone that may be single or you have kids and you take care of a family member. So being a caretaker can literally stop you from taking a break, right? Another one, full-time entrepreneur. So that's me. I'm a full-time entrepreneur. So a full-time entrepreneur, when you are working for yourself and the only money you're getting is from you, sometimes you don't want to take a break. You're like, I need to make money. So being a full-time entrepreneur will prevent you from taking a break. Even though you have, ways that you can take breaks if you want to, but sometimes when you first starting your business, it's very difficult to take breaks. Okay. I know some people say, full-time entrepreneur, you should be able to take breaks and blah, blah, blah. We're not getting a paycheck like you guys are getting a paycheck. I'm just being honest. It doesn't work that way, right? So we got to work. Okay. And the last one I got is working full-time and have a business on the side. You may not, that's going to prevent you from taking breaks, right? So that's going to prevent you. So these are the things I came up with that will prevent you from taking breaks. We're going to go over each one of them, and I'm going to give you some tips on how you can actually take breaks in each area. Okay. Now, some areas are going to be different than others because some are more demanding, right? So I'm just going to give you my opinion, what you can do if you are in one of these categories on how you can actually take breaks. Okay. So I have a commercial break. So watch this commercial and we'll be right back. And I'm going to share also a personal story. Okay. So check out the commercial. We'll be right back. Purpose to Promise Academy, where lives are changed and dreams come true. Learn how to write and publish your book. Learn how to fix and manage your credit, so you can finally get the home of your dreams. Visit us at purposetopromise.com. All right, so we are back. So what I'm going to do is first, before we go over the scenarios and what I think that you guys can do when it comes to taking breaks, I'm going to share a personal story. So me personally, I have been an entrepreneur for going on in December 6 years. So 6 years I've been an entrepreneur. And going on in September of this year, I will be a full-time entrepreneur for 1 year. It will be my 1 year anniversary, September of this year, right? So literally, it's June now, July, August, September. That's 3 months. 3 months away, 1 year. I'm excited. Oh my God. Let me stop. No, but I'm excited. Wow, I can't believe it's been a year almost. God, time flies, right? I was just excited. Don't get mad at me because I'm excited. What's wrong with you? But anyway, I'm just super excited. I just am amazed. Wow, 3 more months. I will be full. I've actually been full time for a year. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you my personal story. So this is before I became full time, right? So I'm kind of start a little bit at the beginning. So 2015, I opened my first store, which is called Glee Bargain Centers, right? So with Glee Bargain Centers, nobody knew what Glee Bargain Center was. Nobody really knew what I was selling, things like that. I didn't even know what I was selling. I was all over the place. I had all these different type of products and services. And then I was really pushing my products. I was like, come on, Facebook, Instagram. I was really pushing my ideas, my products and stuff like that. And it wasn't going nowhere, right? And I'm just being honest. But I work full time and I had to do this after work. I remember it was times I was up 2 o'clock in the morning building my website. I'm amping up everybody like, hey, my business is about to open, my first business, and I was just working hard and I was super excited. And when I launched my business, everybody was not that excited. It was like, you know how you put people put I saw this thing on Facebook one time that when someone said I got a new job, you see like a 200 likes, right? When somebody said I got a new business, you see 3 likes. For some reason, a job is just better than a business. I don't know. I mean, I don't think a job is, I think being full time, that's a big step. That's something to be celebrated, right? So when I put my business out there, 20, maybe 15, 20 likes, everybody like, whatever, what's Shakima doing? She ain't whatever, right? So it was all good. Don't get me wrong, I felt away. I did feel away. I did feel away at the time because, it's my first business. People, not even pay me no mind and acting like whatever, who you, get out of here, whatever. I mean, that's basically what they were saying. They ain't saying congratulations hardly. But I was working hard, being a full-time entrepreneur. Then probably like maybe 2 to 3 times I revamped my website probably 2 to 3 times because first it was a bunch of stuff on my website. Then I revamped it to this only t-shirts. Then I was like, nah, I can't be on t-shirts. And then the third time I revamped it, I was an author. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let me sell my books. Let me put some t-shirts. Let me put some belts. So I was like, let me just change it up a little bit. And when I did that, then I started seeing some movement. I started seeing some money. I was like, look at God. It took me about 3 years. I'm making money. I ain't gonna lie. I think the first 3 years I probably made $100. I'm just being honest. I'm being transparent, like $100. So I made $100 the first 3 years of my business. And then all of a sudden, when I became an author, so when I bring out my first book, people are like, oh, she got a book. Now they took me a little seriously. You know what I'm saying? They took me a little seriously. They wasn't sleeping on the sis. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let me start this silly. So then I had to amp up, like when it came to writing my book, I was up 2, 3 in the morning, writing my book, preparing, had to revamp my website, had to do everything all over again. Keep focused even when I had a job. So I had to do all of these different things while I had a job. And I'm going to be honest, I was stressed out. I was stressed. Tawana laughing. I was stressed out. I was like, what the heck? I got to do all of this, Jesus? I was stressed. Tawana, I was stressed. Like, this is too much. And I'm going to tell you, right before I left my job, probably maybe the last 6 months after I left, I got into coaching. So not only I had my, I had the real estate. I had real estate, but I wasn't really operating in that. But I had Glee Bargain Center, and then I started doing coaching. And coaching is very strategic. It's a lot of work. Even when you put your what is it called? Your presentation together and all that different stuff. Your slides and your teaching and all these. I mean, it was a lot of work. So it was times I used to work 60 hours a week for 6 months. I was working 60 hours. When I say I was done, I was done. I was tired. I was like, do I gotta really work like this for the rest of my life? So, I mean, I'm just being honest, like, I was tired. So when it came to taking breaks, I wasn't balanced. I didn't know when or how long or all these different things I was trying to figure out as a, working my full-time job and also work in my business. So I had to kind of figure out what to do. So one thing I did do when I did work my job and my business, what I did was break up my time. So say for example, I got off of work at 4 o'clock, right? So I got off of work at 4. So I took a break to like 5 o'clock. So because I just came off, of the phones with these crazy people. I used to work for T-Mobile. They were crazy. I'm just being honest. God phone let me. So I took a 1 hour break to just release, relieve myself and not relieve myself. Oh, that don't sound right. No, not relieve myself, but relax, release. No, relax myself and just watch TV, kind of like bring myself mentally and emotionally just kind of down and relax, right? Then I start working at 5. When I start working at 5, from 5 to like maybe 7, I work 2 hours. I take another break. So a lot of times a break doesn't necessarily mean in all cases like days and days, but as I was working my full-time job and doing my business, my coaching business, and also selling my books as well, I had to kind of break it up that way. So 5 to 7, I took a break, maybe 30 minutes. Then I worked from like 7:30 to like 9 o'clock, right? 9, maybe 10 max, depending on what I had to do. So I used to work from 7 a.m. in the morning to pretty much 9 p.m., 10 o'clock at night. So that's a long day, right? And I did that for 6 months. And the reason why I did that, because I knew in my head I was going full time. So I knew I had to make money. I had to come out with these classes. And then the classes I have, I can resell. So I knew that this was a strategy that I can always have income coming in based on my marketing or what I want to do. So that was something I had to put in. You have to put in the work, right? In order to kind of like, get that money in a sense of, especially if you're going full time, right? So I had to put that work in. Now, what I learned through that process is that I can't burn myself completely out, meaning that if I decide to work like a dog, because that's what it was, I was working like crazy, right? Then my thing was, it was like a 90-day rule. And what the 90-day rule is, every 90 days, I take a break. The break could be 2 days. The break could be 2 weeks, depending upon how long. I would say 2 weeks. No, 2 days or a week. Because if I work 3 months, the most I will take off is 1 week. Because if I take off 2 weeks, then that's 2 weeks of money that I may not make, right? Only time I think at one time in May, I took 2 weeks only because I worked for 6 months straight. I didn't even take a break. So I was like, oh my God, I didn't take no break. What the heck is going on? I got to take a break. So if you work 3 months, right, and you work tirelessly, I mean, you're working, you're making money, this and this and that, you're getting yourself together, whatever, then at least take between 2 days or a week. Now, if you can't take that much time, take 2 days off, maybe 2 to 3 days off within that 90-day period, because that's going to allow you to rejuvenate. I had to rejuvenate. I think the month of July of last year, I wanted taking 3 days off. I didn't take a whole week. I took 3 days off because I was still building my business, still trying to get stuff together. Took 3 days off, and I wound up going to the beach with one of my friends. I mean, it was beautiful. I needed that time. You need that time to breathe, right? So never think that, oh my God, because I took a break, that means everything is going down. Because I took a break, everything is going to go chaotic. No, that is self-care. You don't want to be mental when you doing too much. You don't want to throw tantrums at your kids and blaming them because you tired and you cussing them out. I'm being honest. This is what happens because we don't take any breaks for ourselves. Now, some people are like, well, I got kids and stuff like that. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. But I'm just letting you know that you got to take breaks. Okay? You do not want to die an early grave because you don't want to break. Or because you feel like, like you feel bad because you broke. You took a break. Don't do that. So that's my story, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to get into some resolutions of what we spoke about tonight. So one of the things we spoke about tonight is married with kids, right? So with married with kids is a different scenario. I'm not married. I don't have any kids. But what I can say, this is just an opinion, okay? Because I'm not married with kids. If you're married with kids, you have to at least once a month or even twice a month have a date night with your spouse, right? Because that's a break. It could be a Friday, it could be a Saturday, it could be a weekend getaway. Maybe it may not be once a month, but you can do the 90-day rule. The 90 days. Every 90 days, y'all working, taking care of your kids. One weekend after 90 days, y'all go on vacation. It could be down the street to the hotel. I don't care. It could be a next town over. It doesn't have to be you going to Florida, you going to Israel. Oh, I need to go to Israel. I need to go. No. I live in Richmond. Williamsburg is down like an hour from here, right? A beautiful place to go on vacation, right? I'm not saying you may not live in Richmond, but I'm just saying you may have a town, like maybe in Maryland, you may could go to DC. You may be in Texas. You can go somewhere in Texas or whatever the case may be, Florida or whatever's closest. So what I'm trying to say is do something. You need that break to rejuvenate. You need that break so you're able to take care of your kids right. Because some of you guys are yelling at your kids not because they did anything wrong, it's because you're tired. You need a break. You need your eyeballs about to pop out your head because you didn't take a break. You got your eyes are bloodshot red. You're looking like a zombie. Your kids are scared. They scared of you. Let me stop. No, but I'm trying to say is you need a break. Now you're like, okay, what am I gonna do with my kids? You can let them stay with someone you know. They also have websites you can find a babysitter. I know some people are like, I don't like babysitters. They got things that websites. I forgot what website it is. It's some website you can find babysitters for a really good price. And just put cameras in your house. That's all. Give cameras that's connected to your phone and make sure you're watching them. That's all. So if you're very scared, you're a scary person, you're like, oh no, my kids. Oh, put cameras in your house. That's what you do. Put cameras in your house. But it could just be one night, a couple of hours. You're spending some time with your spouse. Or if you're single, you're not spending time. You just go to a hotel, relax, or take yourself out to dinner. Go out with your girlfriends, whatever you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Do not put yourself in a position that you're working all the time. You have to take breaks, right? So that's for married with kids, right? And I said if you're single, but I get single with kids. I added that. Single with kids, same thing. The same scenario, right? Next one, high demand job. Now, with a high demand job, I understand that people have deadlines, things like that. When you're in a high demand job and you are salary, right? I would recommend if you have a good boss and you have good rapport with your boss, especially with vice presidents and like that, you got to let them know like, hey, I know we got deadlines, things like that, but I need to go on vacation. Do the 90-day thing. I like the 90-day thing because 90 day you working straight for 90 days and you taking a break for a weekend. Tell your boss, hey, I can't come in this weekend. I'm taking a break. I need to go on vacation. I've been working on this project for 2 months. I've been working on this. Tell your boss. Let him know. And he should be okay with that. He can't hold you hostage. That's against the law for him to take your vacation time or your time that you need to have. Yes, if it's a deadline that weekend, the following weekend is your weekend. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it. Some people work daily, work every day, 7 days a week because they got a high demand job. Don't let people run you down to the grave. Tell your boss, say, hey, do you want me to live in the next 2 years? Do you want me to be alive? Then let me take a break. I know you need me. I know you need my skill set. I know I'm good. But in order for me to be the best employee or best vice president, is me taking a break. You got to let them know. Make it clear. Make it clear to them This is the reason. I want to be better in the company. I want to be top notch in the company, but I need to take this break in order for me to be that way. Let them know the reasons. Let them know you need to rejuvenate, because they will run you rampant, right? They will run you rampant. So that is for people that have high demand jobs. You got to let them know it's your salary, but at the same time, you're not a slave. Okay? Okay, because some people be slaving it out. All right. So the next one I have here before we go to commercial is working multiple jobs. Now, working multiple jobs is a tough one. I'm not going to lie. Very tough because, okay, I'm working 2 jobs, 3 jobs, whatever the case may be. What I would recommend for people that have multiple jobs is most jobs, right? Most jobs will have vacation time. So say, for example, most jobs, I think if you work part-time, you may not have vacation time. So in most cases, people are working like full-time, a full-time job, and then maybe a part-time, 2 part-time jobs or whatever. So in most cases, I would say at least for one of your jobs that you're working full-time because you have vacation, that's going to be the job that's going to open the door for you. Say if you work 4 days a week and you work, say, 12 hours a day or whatever the case may be, or 10 hours a day for those 4 days for your full-time job, take vacation for those days because you have to split your days, right? In most cases, you may not work right after. Sometimes you do work after. What you do is your full-time job, you take off, right? So say, for example, your part-time job, you may work after your full-time job. Now, you may not have vacation time, but they allow you in part-time jobs to take a break or call out. And I'm just being honest, you may have to call out once in a while. That's why I said that 90-day thing works. 90 days work hard, take your vacation time. Now, say, for example, you can't cut off your part-time job. You don't work it every day. So make sure the days you take off your full-time job is the days you're not working your part-time job, right? So it's like you can maneuver things around, schedule that thing out, right? Plan it out. Okay, it's January. January, I'm working January, February, March. January, February, March, I'm working. April, I'm taking these days. Plan it out. Do it in advance. So you know when you take those vacations, you have your vacation. You have your 2 to 3 days off. You need that. You need it. So if someone multiple jobs, schedule that right. Just schedule it. Schedule it right. Now, if you got all part-time jobs, find out from any of your part-time jobs if you can take off. It may not be paid, but at least you can breathe. You know what I'm saying? You want to be alive. Get the payment. Like, okay, forget about the pay. Oh, you can take off, but you ain't getting paid. All right, no problem. I take that hit because I need a break. Don't allow money to be more important than your life. Okay? Do not allow money. God is a provider. He will provide for you. Those days off, he may have somebody coming in and bless you with double it when you made those 2 days. Don't let money run you. You run the money. Okay? You run the money. That's what you do. So you set it up in advance. And that's how you do when you have multiple jobs. And Nehemiah said, yes, thank you, Nehemiah. So that's what you have to do. That's what you have to do. So that's going to be helpful when it comes to someone that has multiple jobs. I'm going to go and take a break. And when we get back, I'm going to give you some more nuggets. I got you. And when y'all jump in, please share this live. I want other people to be blessed because people need this word. They need the word of God. They need this word from Shakima S. Perry. Okay? So share this. All right. Be right back. Feeling mentally drained and need something to lift you up? This book will transform your mind and thinking. You will enjoy reading every page. This book is available for audio, Amazon and Audible.com. The Mind Regulator is a true story about how a woman that lost her mind and how she overcame. Get your signed copy today. Go to gleebargaincenters.com. All right. So we are back at it. I know I'm crazy, so don't hate, okay? But anyway, the next one we're going to get into, right? So being a caretaker. So being a caretaker is a difficult one. It's a hard one because when you're a caretaker and you're taking care of somebody, it's very hard to take breaks. The only thing I can suggest if you are a caretaker, right? You someone that takes care of someone, is to get help, either professionally or family member. What I mean by that, if you're someone that takes care of grandmother, grandfather, have somebody else do it for a little bit, a day or two, right? Because I remember when I was younger, and I remember this, my dad was a caretaker for my grandfather. And what we used to do, we used to take turns. Like I was 16 years old, and my dad would bring me all the way to my grandfather's house, and I would take care of him for like a day or two to make sure he's good. You need help. When you're a caretaker, that doesn't mean you take care of everything. Sometimes you may have to hire someone to take care of your family member for a day or two. And you don't have to actually leave. If, like, say, for example, if they live with you, you're not leaving. You're just having somebody else do it for 2 days a week or 1 day a week, 2 days. You know what I'm saying? So it gives you a break. It gives you a release, right? So and then if you can't afford it, try to get a family member to come in, even if they come in for just for 7 hours, 6 hours and do it. You need a break in between that thing. You cannot do it yourself. This is the whole point of this. You cannot do everything yourself. Some things you need help on. So if you need help and you're a caretaker, either hire someone or get a family member to help you, even if it's 1 day a week. Because you got that 1 day off to breathe, to relax, take care of yourself. Go out, get some ice cream, take a walk, you can breathe. Do it. The 90-day rule. 90 days you taking care of somebody, take 2 days off. Get somebody to do it for you. That's what you do. You got to take care of you. Self-care. The next one, full-time entrepreneur. Now, full-time entrepreneur, like I said, sometimes it's a lot because when I work, I'm trying to stay focused. Sometimes I can work for 5-6 hours straight, don't even know it. That's sometimes, especially when I'm doing a project or I'm doing something, I could work like around the clock. I could work a lot, With my full-time entrepreneur, at the very beginning, I'm gonna lie, I was working like a dog. I was working like a dog. I worked from Monday through Saturday, working. Only day I have was Sunday, right? And I realized, I said, you know what? I'm burnt out. I know sometimes I have my ups and down months, but I'm burnt out. Then I stress myself. Oh my God, I gotta make this. Oh, I gotta make it. Bugging out, right? I realized that God has me. He knows I'm a hard worker. He knows that I'm going to make sure I get stuff done. So why am I stressing myself out? So I started to work Monday through Friday. That's it. As an entrepreneur, you set your days. I know my coach did it. My coach used to work almost 7 days a week. She was burnt. Now she got 2 days off. Then she used to take off Friday and Monday. She said, these are the days I work. And that's it. Now she has a new baby. Now she can't work like she wanted to. She actually took like maybe 3 months off because she made so much money, working. And she didn't do it busting her butt like 7 days a week. She did it 5 days a week. But she was strategic. It's strategic. That's what it is. It's being strategic is going to make you the money. Not more so how many hours you work as a full-time entrepreneur. It's being a strategist. Even with myself, I know certain things. I have 3 businesses. I trade. I do a whole lot of different things. So I had to now I've just started to pay somebody to do some of my marketing. I'm like, I can't do all this marketing. I don't have the time. So now I pay people to market me. to do my email marketing, text message marketing, all these different things. And I took it because I need it. I'm stressing out about, oh, I gotta do all these emails, oh, I gotta do this, oh, I gotta do that. I have a schedule, but I'm just like, it's so much. So now I'm like, okay, I got this is my responsibility, this is their responsibility, this is that. So I prioritize. I got 2 employees, then I got a whole marketing team. You know what I'm saying? Then it's me, so I had to split the responsibility. So as a full-time entrepreneur, sometimes you got to hire people. You got to hire people to do some of your work. You got to get a marketing team if you have to get a marketing team. You got to prioritize yourself so you won't burn yourself out. So now having a marketing team, plus I have 2 employees, now I feel a little bit more secure that I can really focus on the things I'm doing and really make money in the areas that I'm focused on. So a lot of times you have so many different things, you're trying to figure out what to do, and you're making money a little bit there, a little money there, and you all over the place. But now when you can focus on like maybe 2 things, now I'm like, okay, this is my target. This is what I'm going to do. This is my part. This is my responsibility. Now this is their responsibility and this is their responsibility. So give people responsibility. At the beginning, I couldn't do that. At first, I had 1 virtual assistant. Then I had 2 virtual assistants. Then I'm like, okay, let me hire a market. It's like it's step by step. So at first, you got to do it on your own. Now, how you do on your own as a full-time entrepreneur? You prioritize. You schedule yourself. You make sure you do every little thing within that time frame that you're supposed to do. You put set time. And you do it to the best of your ability. And then you take breaks. You do the 90-day thing. After you bust your butt for 90 days, you take in 2 to 3 days off. No more than a week. Right? So that's what you do. That's what you do as a full-time entrepreneur. So you build into that, then you start, paying people to do certain things. So you're able to take some responsibility off of you, and you can still make money. Okay? That's for full-time. The last one, work full-time and business on the side. So with working full-time, business on the side, is I think I pretty much told you in my story. You work your full-time job, you take a break in between that, and then you go into your business. You work for 2 hours, take another break, work for another 2-3 hours, and you're done. Also, you minimize the amount of time you work. You may only work 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours in your business as a full-time employee. You can't work 8 hours and then 8 hours. You're going to burn yourself out. I did it for 6 months and I was tired. I don't think I'll do it ever again. I'm just being honest. But at the time I had classes. I had to kind of set myself up for success because I knew I was going full-time. So that was something that I had to do. But if you don't have to do that, you're not going full-time anytime soon, work 4 to 5 hours in your business. Prioritize that time. If you're going to work 5 hours, all you have to do, take a break, work 2 hours, take another break, work the 3 hours, and you're done. And then do it 5 days a week. Take your weekends off. Don't stress yourself out and work 6 days. That's what I did, 6 days a week. Working. Don't do that. Take your breaks. And then if you decide like, hey, I need to work these 6-7 days, then do the 90-day thing. That 90-day thing works. It replenishes you. It helps you. It makes you better. Okay, so that's pretty much what I had to share about that. I hope this helped you on tonight. Okay, so the last thing I want to say is know that taking a break is good. It will help you to recharge, and you will be a better you. That's what I'm trying to say. A better you doing the job you love or hate, because some of you guys hate your jobs. I'm just being honest. But please take a break when needed. You don't want to be irritable to the people around you and be burnt out. Okay? So take your break. So if you guys have any questions, type some of your questions in the comments. Thank you, Nehemiah, for the thumbs up. So type your questions in the comments. If you have any questions, type it up. I want to share a couple things with you, and I'm going to jump off. I'm done. So type that up. So if you guys are interested I got something for you. This is my book, The Mind Regulator. Because I know sometimes, like just like you said, self-care. This is self-care. Reading positive. I can't see. Oh, why are the books in my way? No, I'm joking now. Reading positive books and books that will grow you and change the mindset is self-care. Oh, it is. Yes, it is. Get both of my books, Unlimited Faith and The Mind Regulator, for only $24.99. Go to www.gleebargaincenters.com. Okay, Unlimited Faith. This book will change your whole mindset. When it comes to faith, your faith will not be the same. This book, even with the Mind Regulator, same thing. Powerful books, mindset change. You're going to look at life so differently. And when you go back to work, after you read these books, when you go back to work, you're talking about somebody that's going to have a banging year, a banging season. You, after you read these books, boom, come on. Y'all going to be making money out the wizards after reading these babies. All right. Get both books, Unlimited Faith and The Mind Regulator, for only $24.99. That's $12.49 a piece. That's crazy. These books should be easy $40 for both of them. Okay. So check out my website. Go to www.gleebargaincenters.com and grab these, snag these books. $24.99. All right. So I am done. I'm just going to share one more thing with you. If you are wanting to be on my show, if you want to be on Let's Face It, go to purposetopromise@gmail.com. If you have any show topics you want to share, go ahead and share it. Let me know your story. If your story looks good and I'm like, bam, it could help people, it could impact people's lives, I'm with it. I'm so with it. So go to purposetopromise@gmail.com. I will love for you to be one of my guests. Okay? So you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. Y'all guys are great. And if you guys, when y'all come in, interact with me. Say hello, respond. A couple people said something, but come on. Y'all gotta do better. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all your support, the people that's come in and support this show. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. So let's face it. Have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. Peace.